Just Incredible here with a Mega Man X3 100% tutorial on the revisits. After defeating the 8 Mavericks, we have yet to collect all the items from all the stages. We missed out on a Heart Tank and Gravity Beetle, and we also did not collect any of the items from the Tunnel Rhino stage. So before entering the Doppler stages, we go to these two stages and pick up those items now. Now, during the course of the 8 Maverick run, you could technically go to these and do these revisits early, but doing them early, you end up losing time. And I'll explain why at the very end of the revisits. After defeating Blast Hornet, the boxes in the first open area of Gravity Beetle are cleared, which means there's a pair of blocks blocking a path to the Heart Tank. So once you defeat Blast Hornet, you could get the Gravity Beetle heart. But the reason we don't is because it's more inputs on the stage select screen to get back to Catfish. So instead of wasting inputs now, we just finished the 8 Mavericks, and since we're closer to the Gravity Beetle selection from here, we just do a simple 2 inputs to get to Beetle. So that is our first revisit. Now I'll explain why we go to Beetle first and not Beetle last here shortly. But for just getting this Heart Tank, it's basically you just do the same thing as you did on the first visit here. You just charge up your double neon and just pick up the Heart Tank. There's a slightly more optimal way. If you can get out far enough from that double kick and do a neon, and if you can get up to this ledge, you can actually grab the ledge and not have to updash. But it's pretty hard, in my opinion. I have trouble getting it at times. So once you get the Heart Tank, you just pause, and to exit the stage, you just press left once and then hit start. And now for Tunnel Rhino, where we pick up everything that we left behind before. This revisit is basically the same as your first trip, with just a few key differences. And the neat thing about the revisit here, you can do the entire revisit solely with Triad Thunder. You don't have to go to Buster for basically anything in this stage. So you just do the same thing as you always did before. Now when you get to this part here, you can actually do an updash and reach the top of that ledge. It's faster than just grabbing the side of the wall like we had to before. So this is the first small little time saver. And now for the first part of the revisit. After firing a Triad Thunder into the drill wing, this is the first one that we used Buster and Mash Shots before at the very start of the run. You just need a Triad Thunder this time. And you're going to fire and hold your charge, and then you're going to climb up the wall. And you're going to go to this secret alcove. And all you need to do is scroll the screen over just enough to spawn this boulder. And you're going to release your charge, punch on the ground, and it's going to break the ropes, and this boulder will be dropped. Now, when we used the charged Triad Thunder and Crush Crawfish for that Hawk armor, we had to let the animation finish for the path to be opened. In this case, the ropes will fry once the punch is landed on the ground, and we can actually pause the game, switch weapons, and actually stop the rest of its animation, which will save you a little bit of time. You'll do this twice in this revisit. So you're just going to fire Triad, make your way up, and once you get up here, you're just going to release your punch. You don't want to pause too early, because if you pause early, you lose time because you have to unpause, and I believe you have to recharge your Triad Thunder. So you don't want to pause too early here. So start your Triad Thunder. Now, as soon as you see the explosion from the ropes, you just pause, switch to one weapon over to cancel it, and switch back to Triad Thunder. Now to get through this little section, once I get to the edge of the screen here, I do a short little jump and I'm going to do an air dash. Ideally, you want to end up right on this little ledge. Sometimes you'll miss it, and then you just want to fire a triad, fire another triad, and you want to fire another one. Now for the second part. Now we're going to get the sub-tank. We could have gotten the sub-tank on our first visit, but it's slower because we don't have an air dash. But as you see, as we come up on this last conveyor belt, we can actually set up to jump off the edge of it. And then right before we hit the ceiling, we air dash up close to the top of it, and we actually fall onto this step, and we can jump up to the tank that way. And then as you come off of the sub-tank, using Triad Thunder, we're going to take out the 2 wall cancers. And actually, we couldn't thread the needle very well because the wall cancer was in the way and we couldn't one-shot it. But now that we've got the Triad Thunder, we can actually cut the corner here and actually fall through this section faster. So this is how this section's done. See, I barely got up there. But see, as this conveyor belt is going against you, you want to dash jump anyway. And as you come down, that wasn't very good, but I'll try it again. You just get up there for a minute. But as you see, you want to just not touch the ground there like we did before. And now for the last part here. Now we can try boulder skip. And then, now after taking out that guy, we got the last part here. After destroying the drill wing before the climb up with the Triad Thunder, well, after taking the drill wing out with Triad Thunder, I kind of mistyped that a little bit. You want to charge it, and you want to jump at the end of the ledge, and then you want to come out far enough to where you can dash up along the wall. It's better than going along this wall that's here and climbing up. It's a little faster if you can get this air dash. It's not necessary, but it will save you a little bit of time. So you just want to air dash up and climb up, and then make your way up this climb. And then once you get to this little pedestal with the charged Triad Thunder, let the punch go, pause, and switch weapons to cancel the animation again, and then you'll make your way up to the helmet. And then once you exit the capsule, a map of the stage will appear. You press Y to cancel it, and then you just pause and exit, and the revisit done. So after killing that guy, you just want to walk off and jump up. You can just make your way up. Be very absolutely sure that when you release that charged Triad Thunder, you are on top of that pedestal. Because if you're not quite there, and if you release the punch, actually falls to the ground before he punches, and you'll fall all the way back down that little vertical shaft there, and you have to reclimb. So after we cancel the animation, and we're at the capsule. Now this capsule spawns a map every time you enter a non-Doppler Maverick stage. So if you enter any of the 8 Mavericks with this helmet, it spawns a map at the very start of the stage before you can even do any movement. And this map it takes 5 seconds for this map to appear and then disappear. So you press Y to cancel the map, and then you just exit. The reason we do Tunnel Rhino last is because of that upgrade. Because now I'm going to show what happens if you enter Gravity Beetle after Tunnel Rhino. Now you're going to see a map spawn. this loses 5 seconds automatically, and this is why you don't do the Tunnel Rhino revisit during the 8 Mavericks. Now, as you see, there's an item left in this stage, as with 3 other stages, and those are the armor chips, a chip for each of your 4 armor parts. It's a further enhancement. These are required for 100%. However, we don't collect any of them in the 8 Maverick stages. So how do we get all 4 of them? Well, that comes up in Doppler 1. But as you see, this item, that helmet upgrade, shows you all of the items in the 8 Maverick stages, and everything we've collected is in white, and the 4 that we have yet to collect are still in pink. So these 4 enhancement chips we will get in the next stage. And that concludes the revisit tutorial.